Hi, everybody. We're going to go over the expression a cup of joe. So we just learned some English that we can use at a cafe when we want to order some coffee. And a slang term that we have for coffee is a cup of joe. So whenever you hear someone say, I need a cup of joe or I'd like a cup of joe, they're saying, I would like some coffee or I want some coffee. So a cup of Joe, this expression has two origins. So one rumor of the first origin is that a long time ago during World War One, the Secretary of the U.S. Navy was a man named Josephus Daniels, and Josephus Daniels thought that a lot of the practices on the U.S. naval bases were very immoral. So he decided to change a lot. He changed a lot of things in trying to make a more moral atmosphere on the naval bases. So one of the things he did to make this moral atmosphere is he took away alcohol from the naval bases. So the sailors had no alcohol. They had zero alcohol. Now, because of this, there was nothing really strong to drink on the U.S. naval bases. So, what many of the sailors would do is they would get coffee. Coffee was the strongest drink on the U.S. naval bases, so the sailors would drink their coffee. And as they drank their coffee, they referred to the cup of coffee as a cup of Joseph Daniels or a cup of Josephus Daniels. So this was meant as an insult to the Secretary of the Navy at that time. Now, eventually, this expression has been shortened to a cup of Joe. So it's very common when you're in America to hear people, especially it seems like with older people, to say, I'd like a cup of Joe, or I'd like a morning cup of Joe. I need my morning cup of Joe. So, using those types of sentences, this person would be saying, I need my coffee, I want my coffee. So, yes, a cup of Joe, one origin is that it comes from World War One, excuse me, from the Secretary of the Navy, Josephus Daniels, who was trying to bring a more moral kind of atmosphere to the U.S. Navy bases. So he took away alcohol. Strongest drink left is coffee. So another Another origin is that, the name Joe in America, when you hear the name Joe, many people think just kind of a common, very average man. So coffee tends to kind of be the drink that, a lot of just like common working people drink. It gives them that nice little boost in the morning so they can do their job. So it's also, kind of nicknamed the common man's drink or the working man's drink. So a cup of Joe, and the name Joe is kind of associated with men who are just always working. So a cup of Joe. That's another supposed origin of this expression. So yes, and that is going to conclude this section of At the Cafe. And thank you very much for following along.